So last time you guys entered the Mummy Lord's lair, you fought some undead. You helped disable the traps in the main lair, and the traps included hot sand being poured on the adventurers. Hwinnil got possessed and beat up really bad.
Good
um,
times, good
Good
times.
time. Knocked her
Yeah.
out. You're really tough for some reason. Um, I thought I did not think you were gonna be as up as long as, especially out of like animal form. I did not expect you to be up as long as you were. um, wow.
Druids, man, druids.
Don't even have to shapeshift. Just stand there shooting people point
Fucking
blank with an
druid, man.
arrow. Um, and there you go. You guys had fought a large creature with a female top and a lion's body with two ghoul minions. Ramas had thrown a spoiled jar of food on the floor for some reason and caused
I thought
people.
the heart was hiding in it. I'm sorry.
All right. But your main goal is so Team One, who had initially fought the Mummy Lord. Mummy Lord is gone for now. However,
Great.
yeah, gone-ish, temporarily. Um, the thing with the mummy is that mummy lords are, as explained, that the heart needs to be located and destroyed, and the heart is usually hidden somewhere else. So, since Team One is pretty beat up at this point, they have asked you to continue your search for the heart. One hand had explained that there was a trap before the lair when they had entered that she had temporarily disabled. She does not know if the trap is still disabled. She said she had shoved an arrow shaft into a couple of the holes where she could see gears turning, and that is what was keeping the trap at bay at that point. Um, at the point of leaving, she didn't mention it was still disabled. So that's where you guys are right now. You're currently on the catwalk above the mummy lair. Uh, you guys are pretty beat up. Um, as the mummy lord had fell, there was kind of um, a heavy weight that was lifted. You felt. Most of the lair defenses seem to be disabled currently. So, lair defenses meaning the magical aspects of said lair. However, you're not sure what other aspects there could be that may have not been associated with this mummy lord. So you guys are currently about at the catwalk, about 150 feet above where the initial battle of the mummy lord was taking place. Are there any questions?
Did they check the big sarcophagus that's in the middle of this for the mummy
Uh,
heart?
well,
I don't
from where
remember.
you see, and it's pretty lit here. There's some like braziers, around the area. The coffin appears to be opened, so this is probably where Big Bad had come out, popped out, said hi, and started attacking. So, uh, uh, as opposed to the coffin that's sitting on the raised platform portrayed in the picture, it is opened. It is wide opened. There is all that's looks like that's left is some dust, ashes. It appears. Um, but and the statues at this point next to the raised platform are partially covered in sand because sand had been continuously pouring. But yes, the coffin is open.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And I had a question for the map. Is I can see the staircases. Were those going up or
Those are
down?
going
Or
up. All the staircases that you guys were taking were going continually up.
okay, cool.
All right. So now that I think you guys wanted to take a short rest before you continued. Um, is there any?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there is a breath of there is there's some time you can take if you want to take a short rest. Um, if
I
you
thought we didn't have that time. That's why I used like 4 spell slots or something to get HP up and everyone.
um
But okay.
right now, well, maybe I miscommunicated. If so, I'm sorry. Um, but after, well, you know what? If I had said you did not have time for a short rest, I'm not gonna retcon that. You guys don't have time for a short rest, so you burnt spells. Kasov, I burnt some of your spells.
Okay.
I believed I think I burnt 2 level 1s for
Okay.
you. And those were like cure wounds and healing word.
Sure.
I think it was 2. So you don't have those anymore. I was rolling in your stead. You crit a couple of
Thank you.
times. I think you crit a couple of times apparently.
Nice.
That was good. I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was like 2 level 1s. Um, and your channel divinity for turn undead.
Okay.
All right.
I understand. Okay, so that's used too. Okay, no problem.
All
Thanks.
right.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for
So,
covering me.
yep. Sorry about that. I figured that somebody should control you during this fight. I don't
Yes.
think you would have wanted to stay above ground if this was going on. Okay. So, you guys are, you take a few moments to try to heal as much as possible. Um, what's the plan?
Well, Hwinnil's
Go back.
plan is to look at the party and say, "I'm sorry, I couldn't control myself." And I look at I think it was Florgorin I shot in the chest like
Yeah,
3
couple
times.
times, couple times,
Seven.
couple times.
Several times.
Removing an arrow. It's right for this much, I think. Ugh. These shots were pretty hard on my stomach,
Yeah.
but nothing good old dwarf resilience can handle.
I'm glad the ghost didn't use the purple arrows.
What are the purple arrows?
Thank the ancestors for that, really.
I look at Karen. They have added a special poison on them from a creature I've killed earlier.
Very good job, it didn't know that.
Yeah. It doesn't really know anything except like the basics. But okay.
Well, I guess we should get going. Go see that trap maybe and see if it's still active.
Yeah.
Of course.
Alright.
Winnie looks a bit sad, but she goes in the direction of going back, I think,
Yeah.
where we split up before.
I guess Ramas will lead again. He's kind of gonna slap you on the shoulder as he goes by. Continue down.
All right. So are you heading down the stairs back towards the excavated mine shaft?
Well, that's where the stairs down were, right?
Yep, that's where the stairs led.
Okay.
All right. It's pretty clear. You already checked most of this place out, so you didn't see anything while down here. Just tell me how far you want to go, how far you guys want to keep behind Ramas. Please be aware that it is still quite dark in here. Ramas, you can see yourself because you have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And are you stealthing on your way down?
Not until I get towards the close. These stairs are the ones that go down, right?
Those
If I
go
recall
up.
correctly.
Yeah, these stairs. I'll reveal this area since you're right in there. Reveal your areas. So these are the same set of stairs, so they go up. So
Oh,
I should have,
okay,
I
okay.
should have, I
Never
should
mind.
have cleared that up. So
No.
it was two tunnels that apparently led to the same staircase when they were excavating. Um, yeah.
I guess
So
I'll go climb down the mine shaft then.
all right, it's about a 15-foot drop from this point in time.
Okay. Is there not still rope?
There's still rope. You can still climb down the rope.
Okay. I'll climb down the rope.
All right, athletics check. Doesn't have to be. It's a pretty easy one. It's a rope. You just yeah. That you have a little trouble, but you know your hands burn a little bit from rope burn. You know you went a little too fast, but you're okay. It's not that hard of a journey down.
Who's following?
I guess I'm following, at least.
I was just watching Florgorin just remove the arrows at one half. Just
Yeah, I guess we're all falling really, but I can be the
Yeah.
second one next one. Should I roll athletics?
Yeah, I'll stay
Roll
pretty
fine.
far. I'll stay pretty far to the back because my stealth is not so good.
Yeah, I'm staying with Kasov for that matter.
Okay, so
That's fair.
the tunnel you are currently in, Ramas, it curves around slightly where you see that dark area. And
Okay.
it's completely pitch black in here. It doesn't look like, this is the excavated tunnel which the Druids using Move Earth to, so there are no torch holds or anything like that currently.
Okay.
All right, just roll athletics. It's pretty easy. Yeah, easily go down. Little rope burn. You're at the end. You're at the bottom of the mine shaft, looking up, looking to Ramas, and you see the same tunnel that just curves around into darkness.
Alright, so as everybody else is climbing down, I guess, I'm gonna start moving forward, and I'm gonna check for traps as I go.
Okay. All right. Your
Hwinnil,
speed
if
is.
you'd like to help me check for traps, that'd be awesome.
All right. So. Okay. Kasov. Hey. So you get about 5 feet, down the rope, and then you turn and you suddenly notice there is like a little crawling feeling on your hand, and just at the edge of your fingertips there is this giant black emperor scorpion about the size of your palm.
Okay.
It moves to sting you, but you in a reaction you let go of the rope. Could you roll acrobatics for me?
Of course.
All right, and
Cool.
you're able to like flip in the air and land on your. Yep, exactly. You're able to flip in the air and land on your feet. Just try to brush your hand off like it. Scorpions.
3-point landing.
Exactly.
Ah.
You're pretty good. So it was only like at that point it was only like a 10-foot drop. But any damage you would have sustained, it is mitigated by that 16. All right, who is going down after Kasov?
That would be me, but first I yell, "Brother, are you alright?"
As you see, there's a
Yes. It's. I'll call up. It's nothing I can't handle.
Okay.
Alright, I'm shaking the rope at the
No more
scorpion,
scorpions.
perhaps,
No more
right?
scorpions. Doesn't look like there are any more scorpions. All right, Hwinnil, you are checking. Oh, damn. You're like, I got this. One hand on the rope, just casually going down,
Wow.
elevator style. Doesn't even have to it's not even looking. It's like.
Climb with the legs, brother, not the back,
All right, and Kevmorn, you going down?
Oh.
That would. So luckily, it's an athletics check. So.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I thought I had the wrong one. Never mind. There.
Okay, you're good. You're
I was
good. You're
thinking that
fine.
as well. I was like, how did I roll that low? I get +5 to that. That can't be right. I can't roll a 0.
That's fine.
Nice.
All right. While you're down there, Ramus. So the tunnel, the visuals of the tunnel open up. So 1, 2, 3. Up there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12. And the tunnel looks like it continues. Between Hwinnil and Ramus, it does not appear that the tunnel is trapped, or if there's any, loose earth that may result in a cave-in. This is a pretty sturdy tunnel, and the Druids did a pretty good job of, packing it hard enough that there wouldn't be any collapse. Plus, the tunnel at this point is a little bit narrow. So they took that in consideration as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what you see, Ramus. You see the tunnel splitting off into 2 tunnels going that way, but you do see a staircase going down. When you were looking at the tunnel, when you look down, you see the footprints of the first team in the earth. They're not too hard to see at all. The rest of you, how are you guys moving?
I'm walking along, but since I know that I'm sort of following behind, I want to keep Hwinnil in sight.
Okay.
I have dark vision,
Okay.
so hopefully that's okay here.
All right. Kevmorn, it is pitch black in here. I mean, you feel the presence of Florgorin next to you, but you can't see like 5 feet in front of you. I mean, you know he's there. You can hear him, and you can hear his movements, but he is not there. Like you cannot see this guy at all.
I'll just put my hand on his shoulder and just be like, I need to use you. 'Cause I can't see shit. I left my magic items up top.
Am I close enough to hear this?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're like 15 feet away from them. You can hear this.
Okay, I pause and step back towards them and ask if you, and try to say kind of quietly, if you want to, I can cast light on like a rock or something, and you can carry it. But I don't know if we want to do that. How stealthy do we want to be?
I thought.
Yeah,
If
is
I
the light
remember
has your light orb been on this whole time?
As I understood it before, when we had this, like when we talked about this, that they have no problem seeing us. So actually, we have full light. We are sneaking through moves
Okay.
down.
All right. So
That's what I thought.
Okay, the light orb is bright now. Still bright. It did seem like the undead were able to sense you without light. So that is the other thing that you guys know, that the team and you guys noticed as well. Okay, Ramus, the
Nice.
set of stairs go down, it looks like.
Nonetheless, you're welcome, human. Just put your hand down and we'll get it. We have
And it looks like this when the stairs end, it opens up into a room.
Okay. What about the thing to the right of me?
To the thing to the right of you, it looks like it is just a tunnel that continues down, as well as this tunnel that looks like it continues down and starts to curve as at the further that tunnel goes.
Which way do the footprints of the last team go?
It looks like they were headed down to. Hwinnil can tell you. It looks like they're headed down the stair. Like they end at the stairs, but it appears that they look like they were going down the stairs.
Do we want to check out this random side? This is still the tunnel of that the druids made, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we can probably leave the random side area and just go
I
for the
think so.
stairs.
I whisper back, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So yeah, let's head for the stairs.
Okay, so you get down. You want to go down the staircase?
Yeah.
All right, you got on the staircase, and what you see is a dark room, but it opens up into a larger room, like so. And the larger room does have a little bit of light emanating from it. So it looks like there are currently, so those blue circles resemble giant pillars. Uh, Many of them in states of um, at different levels. Some are at the top of the ceiling. Some are halfway from the ceiling. Some are 3/4 away. Some are near the bottom. Um, and there are, if you navigate, you're able to, climb over and navigate um, through them. There it looks like there's a stairs, set of stairs if you peek around going up, and there's also a set of stairs right across from you that appears to be going down. Um, and the stairs going up right here are going slightly up, and these start to and these stairs start to descend. Why don't you two roll a perception check for me, Hwinnil and Ramas? Oh shit, Hwinnil, you look towards this side, that side of the wall, and there is a thick arrow shaft that has embedded itself into a small hole in the wall. Um, you think the um, you think the arrow is moving very, very slightly, but it doesn't look like it's giving way at any time whatsoever. Um, that's what you see.
Yeah, I tap Ramas on the shoulder and then I like point. There's the arrow.
Okay. So this is where the trap is. And it's probably these blue things that trigger it.
So the blue things represent pillars, so they're in different heights. So it looks like
Right.
at this point they were smashing anything that was going to enter the area. That's when one hand probably was able to notch an arrow, and was able to disable it temporarily. Um,
Okay.
Yep.
Should we try to pass one at a time?
I
Or do you
mean,
want to do something else?
I have a bag of holding. We can put you all in my bag of holding.
No.
That's a terrible idea.
No, that's a bad idea. And I thought I heard
Um,
something about putting bag of holdings in bag of holding was a bad idea, as I have one as well.
It's you.
Oh, right.
Out of character, it's usually portable whole bag of holding.
Yeah, I know, but Hwinnil doesn't know exactly.
Yeah, you don't know.
She just...
I was just reminded because I knew somebody who did like the ultimate sacrifice and did that. And it was beautiful. But anyways, but yeah, you guys, it doesn't look like any of these pillars are currently moving.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk down the stairs.
Okay. And
You're the traffic
I haven't
expert.
heard anything.
terrible.
Yep.
Yep. And when you get down the stairs, you see these pillars at different heights as well.
Okay.
I follow, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I look at Ramas and like expecting like he's supposed to know how to do this.
Okay.
So
Oh, this is fun. All right. Can I spot when I put her arrow into a hole, right?
Yeah, she did.
When I
She
put
did.
her.
Yep.
Okay. Are there any similar holes around the edge of the room?
Winnow, with your perception, you don't see any other similar holes around the area.
Okay.
I don't see any. There might be, but No, I can't really see any.
So, if we were going to jam it up, then of course there's always the possibility that these things are just magical and they're going to crush us anyways. But if we're going to jam it up, that's probably the place to do it. I kind of want to just run for it.
My guest.
Honestly,
It's not the worst decision you've ever made, I'm sure.
no, not by far.
Good call.
No, one hand's jammed in. So let's go for it. I'm doing it.
All right.
I'm gonna dash for it.
All right. Yeah, these things. I hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're able to. You know there is an easy path, between you and the other set of stairs, that you can follow. Just do a acrobat. How cool do you want to be? Do you want to like parkour over these pillars, or do you just want to just be, do you just want to walk over them carefully?
I mean, if there's any room, I'd like to just go between them.
Oh yeah, there's some room. There's some room. The pillars
Okay.
are about maybe mostly 4 feet thick. So between the spaces, you probably have like you can squeeze like 2 feet.
Yeah,
Between.
Ramas is skinny. He can fit through there.
Yeah, yeah, he's really skinny, so you can just walk through there. It looks like.
What up?
Okay. So yeah,
Alright.
you can go if you want.
I walk between the pillars to the
All
other
right.
side.
He just casually walks. Tries not to touch anything as he just scoots by some pillars, and it looks like he appears to be okay. When you get to the staircase, you see there are a set of double stone doors that appear to that may lead into another area.
Okay. I'm gonna stealth and perception.
Okay. All right. You are quiet as all hell, barely making any noise whatsoever as you transcend down the staircase. But you don't appear to notice anything weird.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'll motion to the other guys to just follow my lead.
All right.
Yeah, also try to
Remember.
avoid everything.
By the way.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, you pass through without any problem. You are rather thin yourself.
And now comes the dwarves.
And then the dwarves.
And then the dwarves and the heavy-plated human goes by.
I'm sure it will be fine. We should all run across together at the same time. Nothing bad could possibly happen.
That's right, let's do it.
All right. Distribute our weight across all of them. They can't all trigger at once.
I can throw a rope back to you guys, and then if you like manage to trigger one, I can pull you out.
How strong are you?
I have 11 strength.
Like with armor, easily Kevmorn is probably maybe 200 pounds, if not more. With not including like the sword and the shield and everything that's
My
on him.
strength. Yeah.
That's true. I don't know, the low strength scores for some reason give absurdly high like pull and carry weights though.
They do, but
Yeah, so like I can push 330 pounds with my 11 strength.
Yeah, but push and to drag someone across a trap that's trying to hold them down.
Push, drag, lift.
Yeah, but
130
that's
pounds.
considering that it's like flat ground and you're pushing or dragging it, not like something is squishing and you try to pull a
That's
human.
true.
I would say Bravo go forth, the human will follow, and then I will take the last position.
All right. I step forward,
all right.
and I try to follow the same path that Ramas did, as best I can.
Okay. You seem to go rather easily.
Okay.
Don't mind me. I'm just rolling dice. Next.
That's the spirit.
You don't know what I'm rolling.
Okay.
Who is next?
I
Okay.
guess I will go.
And you're okay too.
Ah, thank God.
Florgorin.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, you're fine. You're fine. You get
Nice.
you climb over. Okay, good. Good or bad for me? I don't know. Maybe good for you. All right. So you guys at the end of the staircase appear. There is a set of granite double doors ahead of you.
All right. Is everybody ready to bust through them?
Upon asking that, I grab my warhammer and shield.
Okay.
Not scenario, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Ramus will try the door, I guess. Then if everybody's ready.
Okay. The door appears to be unlocked. It is one of those, and there's not really like a handle per se, but when you push the doors, they start to push inwards.
Okay. I push them inwards and then back up a step.
Okay.
Hold
So
my bow.
all right. So you how much do you want to push them in? Like, do you want to push them so you have like a visual into the room, or you just want to push them wide open?
Just push them wide open, I guess.
All right.
We're not exactly going to be quiet once we're in there. We have 3 people in heavy armor.
All right.
Yeah.
Medium, I think chainmail is.
Really?
No,
Okay.
I thought so.
Chainmail is heavy, chain
Oh.
shirt is medium.
Yeah, chain shirts are medium.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when you open the door, you are greeted by the sight of another elaborately decorated, painted along the lines, carved into the stone rune of depiction. More depictions, very similar to what you saw for Florgorin. Very similar to what you have discerned. There is a very, very large mirror that is hanging at the south of this room. It is easily about 10 feet tall, square mirror, 10 feet wide, and there is a passage that goes into a lit room lit by braziers, and inside Ramus you see another altar type of another altar, surrounded by braziers, very much in a similar style of the room that is decorated. It's dim light, but at the far end there is a large red altar with a
That's promising.
stone. It looks like a stone piece that like sits on top of the altar. It's oval in structure. It looks like from here.
Ooh, interesting. I'm going to check for traps.
Mhm.
Promising.
Okay. It appears that the room is where you are currently. It doesn't appear that there are any traps in the room. There's just a very large mirror.
Okay.
Can I see the altar through the window without up to the mirror without changing the position of the mirror?
You can you see Ramus's reflection but you can't, angling it, you can't really see the altar. You see the braziers, you see the light from the fires on the brazier from that angle, but you don't really see the altar.
Okay. I enter the room then
All right,
to
you
see
guys
that
in
the
your room.
Ramas don't seem to find anything.
Okay. Yeah, this appears to be a very um, non-furnished room. Um, and there is also, sorry, I should have mentioned this before. There's another set of stairs that go down to another set of double doors.
Okay. I say we check this room before we move on with the altar.
All right. You guys go ahead. Maybe I'll stand guard at the stairs.
Okay. I'll continue checking for traps as I go in, I guess.
Okay. You look at the floor panels. They're tiled. Hwinnil, it does not seem to be hollow. Seems to be pretty solid. When you give it a couple of knocks. It's a stone tiled floor. With some patterns on it, like some wavy lines. But this is probably given your perception check, this probably seems to be like an aesthetic that is part of the room.
Whatever you do, don't look directly in the mirror. I have a feeling.
Okay.
Why don't we just smash the mirror?
I'm gonna go up to the altar.
That's a good idea.
Okay. There is
And,
when you get up to the altar, this altar looks like it is a deep brownish color. It looks like that, and when you finally look at it, it looks like this was not the original coloring of the stone. The original coloring of the stone looks very similar to the stone, the granite door, and the stone that constructs this area. Sitting on top of it is a large oval container. I would say about 4 feet across, 2 feet in width, beautifully carved with animals on it. Actually, the stone itself looks like it has been stained with some type of substance.
well, everything is stained dark brown. I'm going to assume that it's blood. Is there a lid on this container?
Yes, there is. It looks like
Okay, I'm
it's
going to
lid.
take my rapier, and I'm going to stand back, and I'm going to prod the lid off of this container.
Okay. Give me a with your rapier. It's not really too thick of a lid. I'd say it's about in half an inch in width the lid is. So just give me an athletics check with advantage. It shouldn't be too difficult to do it with the sword wedged inside. Okay. So you find an opening in the a little pocket in the lid where you can just use it to gain leverage. The lid slowly opens, and you're able to move it aside with your strength. It's a little difficult, and inside you see there is what appears to be a lot of rib bones inside. Um, After about 10 seconds, there is a chill that hits your spine. There's a chill that crawls up your spine. And then you realize that the bones are starting to move.
Well, it didn't blow up my face, but
I would like everybody at this point to roll initiative. Because coming from the
Any-
container... Alright, let me...
Oh my god. Why is it my initiative rolls are always terrible?
Because this is D&D and it's always terrible.
Yeah, but the best bit's like I got a -1 and it's always like, oh, -1, that's nothing. I'll just roll high, easy. No, still rolling low.
Yeah.
Ramas, as you're staring at the container, there is a large snake-like bone head that starts to rise from the container and continues to rise and rise and rise before the skull of the snake starts to tower above you, about, I'd say, 10 feet above you. Beneath the snake's skull, the rib bones are starting to assemble themselves, very similar to that of a snake's structure. The thing you notice about the snake head, however, is the bones closer to its head appear to be much wider than those that are starting to construct the thinner portion of the body. I need to delete the initiative from last time because that is not coming into play. Okay, Hwinnil's to 14, you're to 11, and there's no ghost. Alright, and you guys here, okay. And let's see, he will go at, once I get a, this is really big. Come on, no, not reveal area. Hi there. At this point, he is starting to get really, really large. He looks like he is like most of his body portion is starting to just go up and up and up to compensate for his size, or her size, or its size, or somebody's size. I need to roll initiative myself. Okay. Nick. And he will go at 11. And that is ascending. And while you're in this room, Ramas, the temperature starts to drop, and you hear a shrieking sound that starts to echo within the whole room. And with that, a creature, Kasov, that you remember encountering that you did not have a very good time with last time, starts to phase through the wall. I typed this in and I don't get a good image of it. So
I'd like to shout to Ramus, what did you do?
I just opened the jar!
Why?
I'm coming through the room.
Because I was looking for the heart! It's on an altar that's stained with blood. Do you not agree that that is where a mummy heart should be?
There are two very similar entities that you fought at the catwalk. Not the ghost that entered you, Hwinnil, but the lesser beings that had attacked you while you were on the catwalk, and they have to also roll initiative. Okay, so I need to get them here. That's not what I wanted. Yes, there you go. So mark that. They have that, so they also go. Everybody goes at 11 today. Ooh, what a shock.
I think I go first among them.
Yeah, you would probably go first among... What's your dexterity?
20.
20? Yeah, you definitely go first.
Yeah, I have
All
a
right.
dex of 11.
Well, no, there is a
Nice.
giant snake, bony snake-like creature that rises from the lid of that oval container. What would you like to do? And you also notice the specters that come out of the wall.
Oh god, Hwinnil, kill it, kill it, kill it!
Hwinnil's like, do I really have to kill it?
Do I have to? It seems unnecessary. All right. I will actually cast a spell because this seems dangerous. I will cast Conjure Animals.
Okay. Oh god.
Ooh.
No!
So,
Frick owls again.
Yes.
as owls worked so good last time, no. Actually, I'm not going to choose owls. I'm going to choose something even more obnoxious.
Oh, boy.
Even more.
Even more obnoxious.
It's still going to be 8 of something, but it's going to be 8 of dire badgers.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna get a group of... I'm gonna type in swarm. I only have a swarm of pigs? What?
That
Bugs?
can be.
Sure. Here, have a swarm of pigs. I'll give you control of that.
Did I have-
And you can adjust the size if you wish.
That's
Here, have a swarm of pigs instead of badgers. You controlled by Hwinnil. Okay, there you go. Have some pigs.
Fucking god.
Seriously? Okay, so 4 dire badgers or 8 dire badgers?
It's actually going to be 8, but I have somehow misplaced where I have all the stats. Let's see. Or is it just normal badgers?
Because the challenge rating badgers.
Yeah. Badgers is 0 in challenge, but I think dire badger is 1/4. I must have the animal list.
Dire badgers. Dire badgers. You guys. Dire badger. Here we go. No, that is not D&D 5e. Okay, so you summon a horde of dire badgers.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Dire badgers.
Do you have the stats in front of you? How you? Is it giant badgers? It's actually no.
Giant
it's not.
badger? If
No,
it's...
no, it's dire. I'm trying to get all this under control.
Let's see. I see. I'm looking through. I see badger. I see giant badger. Giant badgers are a creature rating 1/4, so you could summon 8 of those. They're medium. So that's a lot of badgers. Like it doesn't this fill the room?
We'll just suffocate them.
Well, maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe I should take, because of convenience, I should maybe take the other one. I mean, the birds.
Birds would fly, so.
Is it medium? They're so large.
Yeah, apparently giant badgers are considered a medium beast.
Yes, it's 323. I'm just gonna check the stats. They can't like. They can like bury and stuff.
Yep, they can burrow
fly?
10 feet. They can burrow 10 feet. I don't know how that works in like solid rock.
I'm not sure that works in solid rock.
Yeah, I don't think.
It's fake creatures. They do what they want.
Very good badgers.
That's true.
Have you seen a fey badger before? Fey badgers don't give it.
I think that because of limiting space, I will cast the giant eagle. I mean the owls instead.
All right,
Lord of the Rings, we can't have eagles.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
owls. All right, we'll go with owls. Owls are going to occupy. They're small, so 2 per maybe, something like that. Sure, why not?
Giant owls, by the way. But that makes no sense because that's large.
Oh,
so-
large. Wow.
Yeah, so you're filling the room with owls instead of badgers. At least they can
How
fly.
high is the roof? How high is up
The,
in the roof?
the ceiling's about 15 feet high.
15 feet.
So
50 and 50.
That's okay.
15,
That's okay.
15,
Give us
15.
numbers.
There can't be we can't have 8 giant owls in the space of
you
15.
you
We can.
We can
Yeah.
suffocate them to death.
um
Yeah. Well as
Even the badger.
do you want me to
sounds more
put 8
sane.
do you want me to put 8 owls onto the board or 8 eagles onto the board? Oh boy.
Well,
Pick something. Just pick something. I don't care at this point. Some of your owls, some of your eagles, some of your badgers. One of each for all I care.
one of each. No. I will hold action, but I plan to watch the summon so someone else can take, and I do it at the end of my turn.
All right. I'm
Okay.
gonna shrink the swarm of pigs for now and have you
Yeah.
decide what you want to do with them. So you hold your action. Florgorin, there is a giant snake-like thing that just rose from the container.
Yes, but having good memories about what specters can do, I will Eldritch Blast this little nice guy over here.
Okay. Which guy? This one or?
Exactly this one.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, no, I can find. Okay, yeah, this one. Eldritch Blast. Okay, I wanted Eldritch Blast. Cut spell.
Okay. I bookmark everything this time. All right, you easily hit. There
Nice.
is a wave of force that hits the creature. Ectoplasm disperses from its chest, and he takes 12 points of damage, and he doesn't look very happy about that at all. He looks kind of pissed. If a ghost thing could look very pissed.
And
Okay.
of course, yelling, "We got company!"
Yep, and I think everybody at this point can see the giant bone snake in front of Ramas. Ramas, there is a giant bone snake in front of you.
I'm gonna disengage from the giant bone snake.
Of course,
And I'm going to move back, kind of next to Hwinnil,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I guess I'm gonna. I can't get any sneak attack, so I guess I'm just gonna shoot a regular, boring old short bow arrow at the specter that Florgorin just hit.
Okay.
Hey!
nice one.
Your arrow, like, after you shoot the arrow, there is a moment where the specter with widened eyes looks at you in surprise, and then it just explodes. There's no ectoplasm that falls on the air, but it explodes into good old explosive specter-ness. Hmm. Hey, Ramus.
Yeah.
I
Oh, sounds good.
would like you to actually. Hold on. I gotta get my player's handbook. It's in my bag from yesterday. One second.
Oh,
You know when you're pulling out a different rulebook, something bad's gonna happen.
boy. Oh yeah.
Hang on, let me just get the other rulebook. Oh no.
Well, it was nice playing with you guys. I'm about to die.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Here
make another
we
character after that.
are.
I
I need to. So Ramus, I have a question for him.
Oh boy.
How does Ramus feel about lightning?
About lightning?
Yeah, about lightning.
You wouldn't want to touch it, but it looks fun from a distance.
Okay, that's good. Ramus and Kevmorn, I would like
what?
you both to roll a dexterity save.
Oh, I'm not good at with.
Oh, I'm good at these. Yeah, I'm good at these.
You're fine. Okay, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, nice guys. So there is a lightning bolt that shoots from this creature. Ramus, okay? So I need to start rolling some dice. Where are those? And that. Okay, awesome. All right, and then all right. I need both of you, since you both saved. Well, right? Both saved. Yep, you both saved. I need
Yay.
both of you to take 15 points of lightning damage to the chest.
The fuck?
As I'm being electrocuted, I'm like, damn it, Ramas!
Words that many have said.
Why you?
Well, now would be a really good time for those badgers.
Yeah.
And he is going to start slithering up towards the door, just curling around right here. I don't know if your swarm is out yet. They're not out yet, right?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the pigs to the side. Hi there! There's now a giant bone snake in front of you that just shot lightning from its mouth. Well, not from its mouth, emanating from the snake-like creature.
Because
The
that's so much
I'm
specter.
ready, by the way. When it's my turn.
Okay. Would you like to surround it with badgers?
No, I'm gonna take another tactic because it's inconvenient to the size. So I'm going to summon a large creature instead.
Okay.
One. And on my what I do with my normal action, I summon a large cave bear behind it. Like
Okay, let's put a bear out for you. A large cave bear.
I just like the idea that he's conjuring, or they're conjuring this spell, and then like it's changing forms, you know, just like pigs, badgers, pigs, bear.
Just shifting.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like, which
And
one?
then I like,
There's so many
now
good
I'm
ones.
happy. I
add
know.
a bear.
And it has an initiative of 19. It's super
Whoa.
fast.
Oh wow, it's a really fast bear. Okay.
I don't
than
know
me.
what happens actually if it gets better initiative than me. Does it attract right away, or does it? Because if it has lower than me, I guess it still would. I don't know.
I'm not
It's
sure.
better
either.
initiative than me.
I think the bear will go. I think the bear needs to like a moment to be like, oh, what? Oh, snake.
Okay.
It will go at the top of initiative. Once it's once that hits.
Cool.
And as a bonus action, as a free action, I would tell like Kasov, back off a bit, and then I turn into a bear myself.
All right.
To go double bear action.
I guess I'll take a 5-foot step.
Yeah, I think you need to take a 5-foot step. Kasov, what's your dexterity? By the
11.
11. All right, so the specter will go before you. The specter is going to start phasing. So instead of that movement, he has 1, 2. Hi, Kasov. What's up? How are you doing? You saw this creature phase through the wall in its incorporeal form. He is going to try to hit you. Even with fake dice, I can't roll. He rolls a 5.
No, I'm a
Because
little better than that.
He sucks. Okay. He attempts to try to rake his claw into you, but it doesn't do anything. But now there is an incorporeal thing next to you.
Okay. Then if it's my turn, that's all he does.
Yep, that's all he does. He moved. He attacked. He doesn't have any more actions.
Okay. Then I will just swing my warhammer at him.
Okay. All right, you actually hit.
Amazing.
Yeah, you hit a ghost. The hammer phases through. It's a +1 warhammer, so you do 9 points of damage. The specter shakes his head, not knowing how the hell a hammer just hit him. But probably it's because it's magical. And that is his turn, and that's your turn. What would you like to do? Would you like to move? Are you happy where you are?
I'm gonna stay where I am, but I'm just gonna say, back away, you vile creature.
Okay, cool. Kevmorn, you just got shot with lightning. How are you feeling?
Yes. Not good. Is lay on hand? If I was to do lay on hands, is that an action?
It's an action.
It's an action.
Okay, never mind. No, I won't do that. Instead, can I push Ramas out the way?
I will move out of the way. 5-foot step? Like Kasov just did?
Yeah,
Actually,
sure.
since he is your ally, can't you
You
Like
just
switch
go
places or something?
stuff?
I would say you can shove him out of the way if he's willing.
I am willing.
Okay.
Right, so get in the corner.
Please get me out of the way of this giant. I have 6 health.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing too well, but and then I will attack it with my longsword. Where's my? I've lost my longsword. No, there it is. I was trying to find the button. And also, one moment.
Well, you definitely hit. I don't know how you have a crit row of 0. All right, I got you, got you, you got bear, copy, paste,
I would like.
and give you control of this guy. There you go, bear.
And also, can I
I'll turn him around.
expend a spell slot to use Searing Smite on that hit to do an extra 1d6 fire damage?
That's a bonus action, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So if I cast... Oh, no, that's wrong. I still fail to do these. Hang on. There we go.
Okay, so 3 additional fire damage, so 12 in total, it looks like. Alright, cool.
And... Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Alright, I'm gonna delete this pig swarm. Alright, and the bear, claw, bite, I assume, or no?
Yeah. Can you give me control so I can manage HP on it?
Yeah, I thought I did. Oh, there we go. Alright, I didn't hit save because things are not good.
Because of the pigs.
Focus the pigs.
I think this new situation is more unbearable.
Haha. So nice.
Please suffer 1d6 points of pun damage.
Okay.
I'm
all
kidding.
right.
Oh, well... I mean, I'll take it, but...
Don't you have like 10 hit points left or something?
9, but who's counting, really?
Yeah.
Who's counting, really? That's right.
It's the worst that could happen. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Right. It with its bite.
Yeah.
And
Hits.
I guess. And then it's. Is that enough?
Yep, both hit.
All right. The damage it takes is 5 plus 2d6 plus 5. So in total, it takes 21.
Alright, he is not happy about that at all. But it is your turn. You are not going to probably wail on him at this point.
Yeah. So let's see if this works.
Yeah, definitely.
And I also have a multi-attack, and I
Okay.
have advantage. I guess I hit both.
Okay, yep. So together that is 19.
So 40 damage.
Yeah, jeez. Alright, not looking great. Not looking great at all. You start to see rib bones starting to fall off of its form. Florgorin, what's shaking?
Yeah, since the snake is goodly handled, I will turn to the spectre and shoot another eldritch blast.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Alright, cool.
Eldritch blast, where are you? There you are.
Okay! More, it explodes in Eldritch Blast Fury. mixing with the purple arcane energy of the Eldritch Blast and its incorporeal form, it just dissipates. Are you good where you are? You want to move, or?
I am good, man. I am. Oh, look at that! Oh, did anyone see this? Wow.
I think everybody's paying attention to the giant snake in front of them.
Nice.
I guess.
I'm amazed.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you.
I am amazed. Okay.
Little busy.
Ramas, you're kind of in the corner. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you
I'm
want to
gonna
do?
squeeze past Kevmorn if I can,
Okay.
and I guess I'll try and hide behind the mirror or something.
It's kind of on the wall, really. It's kind of,
Oh.
yeah, so it's like.
I guess I'll try and hide behind the bear then.
It is a big bear. It's a very, very large bear.
Okay. Well, I hide behind the bear and I sneak attack.
That's a good sneak attack.
That's a very good sneak attack. And as your arrow hits, it explodes into bone shards everywhere. There's a rain of bone shards on everybody. It's a bone party. It's definitely a large bone party.
Bone party
Congratulations.
sounds like something very different.
I should expect this, being around so many guys at PAX. I should adhere so many jokes. All right, so it explodes in bone shards.
Wow.
All right.
The two bears meet, they cuddle a bit, I don't know, and then like, look
They give
around.
each other bear
Nudge. They get. Oh God. Ramas,
Sniff each other's
please take 1d6 points of pun damage. I hope you roll a 6.
What did he say?
I'm kidding. That would have been great if I was really serious.
Wait, what did he even say? I didn't hear him.
Bear hugs.
The bears
That was
give
a-
each other hugs.
That was a poor joke.
Yep.
And he rolled the 6, and he would have been unconscious if something in the air was like, oh, I got to smite this guy right now. This is not great.
Alas.
Alas.
Anyway, let's check out that coffin before more things bear down on us.
Oh no.
Yeah, wait,
Alright, let's check out what else is left in here.
Okay. Inside, there is a. You see. Now that the bottom of the bottom of the container is now empty and not full of bone shards, you see that there is the picture of a black cobra-like creature inside with red patterned scales, made in lines, and just a black hood. It looks very cobra-like in nature. The eyes, however, look a little not snake in nature. Snakes usually have slits. These look more like humanoid eyes, like regular people human eyes. Maybe this was the creature in its life, perhaps. Who knows? It's a big thing, very big thing. But you do not see any other anything else in the container.
All right.
That's a disappointment.
Yeah. Oh.
the bear growls a bit.
Yeah. I don't know. I take the picture, I guess.
It's painted on the bottom. Yeah,
never mind.
it's part of the container.
I take one of the brazier torches then, and I just leave it face down in there for a little bit,
Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
and I walk away.
Okay, just walk away. Hwinnil, you and your bear friend are in front. of a set of stone double doors. How long does your bear? Oh, 1 hour. All right, 1 hour. So
We have 2 bodyguards.
Yes. Man.
oh god.
I'm
The
soft, I'm
bears
sorry.
do they try their hardest to just push the doors open.
The doors push.
Like bears.
Well, they're very similar doors to the ones you saw at the stairs. So they can be pushed open. You can just put your front paws, both of you, on the door and just push it open if you want. It seems to be unlocked. There's some give
We
when you.
try that.
Okay. When you push the doors open, you see a room. There are two dog-like statues that adorn one side. Again, this room is very beautifully depicted with hieroglyphs. And there is and I couldn't use the line tool for some reason. There is a room, a corridor to your right that goes into a small room. Very small, about that size actually. That size. Um, and this room looks like it has, if you stick your head in, it looks like this room has a bunch of earthenware pots and some tapestries, long, very dusty. Looks like they may be made out of silk instead of like wool or cotton or something like that. Maybe interwoven with some linen embroidery.
Okay.
All right. I check for traps as I move forward behind the bears.
Okay.
If they haven't triggered it.
If they haven't triggered any traps here, it doesn't appear that there are any traps. You check the floor panels, you check the walls to see if there's any holes in the walls. It doesn't look like it. The room's about that big. You could. You can barely fit in to the room. I didn't want to.
Too late.
I know.
Um,
I know.
can I just
I'm-
quickly lay of hands
So
myself?
much to bear.
What?
This is how you destroy the campaign. Just some
Lay
two
of hands
bears.
myself.
Yeah, you could lay of hands yourself. It's fine. It's fine.
Alright.
So yeah, there's a bunch of pots. You have keen senses, don't you, Hwinnil? And your friend does too, I assume.
Yeah, I think so.
So you could smell
That's-
pretty well.
Yeah, we have keen smell.
Keen smell. All right.
So we have advantage on wisdom if smell applies.
Yeah, go ahead. Both of you can roll that up.
Right, let's you use my own wisdom, right? So my perception, and then I have to look on the bear, see what that does.
Okay.
I don't have exact. Why did I lose polar bear?
I don't know. I don't know
I
why.
have to roll 2d20 and then see how it goes. So I probably 30 is the highest.
Yeah,
we get.
you were probably able to smell. This room smells very musty. The containers look like they contain some kind of something that's rotting. It's kind of acrylic, like acidic in nature. That's what you smell, and it's coming from one of the earthenware pots. From your side to your left, against there's a tapestry. There's a small earthenware pot, about the size of this mug. There, made out of a deep black color
Okay.
of stone, maybe obsidian, perhaps. looks tougher than
Is
my
it covering the vision forward, or is there more that I can see when we are here?
This is as big as the room is, so there's not like much more than
Oh,
that. Yeah, this room is really
because
small.
it looks like it's. I only see to this point. Is that correct?
Let me reveal. Yeah, that's all you see. There's some tapestries covering it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah. I didn't get the line in there. So
All right. So it's like tapestry. So it's. I can probably move past it. Is that what I think?
yeah.
All right. The bears do some sounds to each other, and then they start with their bear tactics. So they go down very low, and then they start like crawling a little forward in both directions as they try to pass the tapestry.
Okay. There is a. It opens up into a larger room. You put your nose underneath it, and the tapestry is reveals a larger room, like so. Um, it's mostly filled with more pots and other items. There are a ton of earthenware pots. A lot of them covered with looks like lambskin. Maybe probably more of a storage area. You see Ramas crawl under the tapestry. Entering this larger room, just filled with more pots. There is actually. Let me look at my notes. Oh, there's actually I didn't put it in there. There actually should be a chest in the back of the room.
Okay.
Like so. That I should move. There you go. It's a large chest. It's about 10 feet wide, 5 feet by 5 feet. There is golden inlays on the surface of the chest, the sides, standing on very nicely carved wooden legs. There's nothing else in this room. It's lit by a couple of torches on the walls.
All right.
Traps.
I will just continue crawling in this bear sneak style
Okay.
with my bear ally, but so I see that Ramas is moving like past us, and I let him do it.
Okay.
He's good at opening stuff, and nothing bad happens, so it's always good to have
He's
him in the
very
front.
good at that. He's extremely good at that.
You're not wrong. All right. Yeah, I keep checking for traps just as I crawl forward.
Okay.
I guess as I get up to the chest, I'm going to specifically like check over the chest, see if there's any sort of awful needle things waiting to shoot out at me or anything like that.
Okay. It doesn't appear that there are any needle-like things that would shoot you from the container if
Okay.
you attempt to do something with it.
I mean, I'll
There
attempt
is a
to-
large keyhole in front of it, however.
I will attempt to open it.
Okay.
I assume it's locked.
Do you want to try opening it without the thieves' tools?
No, I just want to like try and like lift the lid.
Oh, it doesn't give. It doesn't give. It
Okay,
appears
yeah,
to
it's
be locked. Okay.
So, yes, I will attempt to pick the lock.
Okay. All right. You know, this is a really it's old. It's a little rusted. But it looks like you just pop it. You get the tumblers fall into place, and it just opens once you hear that click.
Okay.
All right. You're good. So when you open the lid and you take a look inside, there are a number of very fine. There's a number of very fine, what appear to be clothing, very similar to Egyptian garb. There are a nice set of beaded necklaces that looks like they would have draped around part of the chest and neck. There are a number of rings in the chest, depicting scarabs. A couple of them depict hound heads. Some of them depict snakes. Altogether, it looks like, just quickly looking at everything, there are probably easily 200 gold pieces worth of jewelry in this box.
Hmm. That seems low for a pharaoh. Now, is there like any sort of sinister-looking beating heart in this chest, though?
No. There. I mean, it's a large chest, but as you're rummaging through it, you don't really see any, um, you don't see any beating hearts.
Damn.
I
Do I
guess.
see any non-beating hearts?
You don't see any non-beating hearts.
Okay.
There are no
can
hearts
I
in
check
this
the chest for like a false bottom or something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What would this be?
Let's do an investigation.
Oh, shit.
So what you're saying is that this chest has no heart.
Yeah, this chest has no heart.
There's no hearts in that chest.
Nope, none at all, none whatsoever.
Not even a piece of one.
Nope, not even a piece of one. If you squint at one of the pendants, it kind of looks like a heart from a humanoid, perhaps, but you know, it looks more like a design of.
I put it to the torch.
Burn everything.
There is a pendant that looks like a heart that's now burning on a torch. It gets hot. It gets really hot. So hot.
All right. I after it gets that hot, I realize that it is not, in fact, an actual heart, and take it off.
Okay.
How did my mirror smashing attempt? Did it work?
Mirror smashing?
Oh, I just saw that. Okay.
I quite wondered. I stood there because I wasn't sure what happened.
Kevmorn, I would like you to roll a dexterity check.
Damn it!
Ooh. Ooh.
Dexterity saving throw. My bad. Okay.
Ooh.
Kevmorn,
That's bad.
as you smash the mirror, there is a wave of force that seems to expel as the mirror smashes. You take. Where are my?
Shit.
As the
You healed
sound of
yourself,
this,
right?
You take 10
100.
points of force damage
I
As-
just healed those.
as you're
damn it.
knocked back on your ass. From the
as
mirror.
the bears hear the sound, they both do "Oh!" and look behind them.
Kasov,
Ramas is like, shit.
You peek up and you see Kevmorn like flat on his ass in front of a broken mirror. Florgorin, you see this too.
Alright. I run up the
Too
stairs.
late, I think.
Yeah, I will
Help.
also run back over.
Okay. Are the
Kind of dive
bears?
under the tapestry and then come up running.
Okay. Kevmorn, there's shards of glass everywhere. Kevmorn looks a little worse for wear. After a mirror that looks like it just either was smashed or imploded, you're not sure.
I try to help him up and ask him what happened.
I'm gonna check out the mirror and see what's left of the mirror.
The mirror looked ominous, so I smashed it. When
Oh.
I did, it literally exploded. I'm entirely blamed. Ramas, what did you do to the mirror? What did you do to the mirror?
I was opening the chest.
When you were examining the mirror.
I shoved I shoved all the jewelry in my bag of holding, by the way.
Okay, that's cool.
All the goodies from the chest.
Okay.
You know, Kevmorn's life is important, but it's not as important as 200 gold worth of jewelry.
I'll remember this.
Yeah. What's up with the mirror?
It's now the gold frame in the mirror. It's containing shards of glass. It appeared. Make an investigation check.
As you do, I will just begin to talk. Well, since the mirror is destroyed, I have my own little theory about that. I think the mirror was used.
Does anybody else want to investigate the mirror?
No.
I'm
I
afraid
broke
with my
it. I
6, I'm not
probably
very good at investigating.
I'll investigate. I did break it, so I should probably.
I think the mirror was used by the Lord of the Lair to communicate with demonic beings.
Kevmorn, you do see
Everything.
everything. You see everything.
This mirror is so cool, man.
It does have it does look like it may have been used like Florgorin said in possible communication purposes. You have seen something very similar to something like this when you were at your outpost. Your commander had a mirror, very much smaller in scale, and sometimes he had, used it to communicate with some of the individuals from Thundrum, just to update them on what was happening at the border. However, and Ramas, Kevmorn, at this point, you see there are also little indentations of where little stones or other objects may have been placed to communicate with certain individuals. But this mirror is much larger than the one that Commander Abel had. Very larger. Not the one that Commander Abel had was very plain in nature. It was a wooden frame, not a gold frame. This one is a lot more extravagant.
Via my investigation, I conclude that it's completely Ramus's fault.
Wow.
No. I just say I relay that to them, say how Florgorin is right, and that I've seen something smaller scale of this before, and it's used to communicate.
I'm sorry that I didn't warn you, Paladin, but I didn't think it would smash like that.
It's interesting, though.
Next time I won't just hit random mirrors, I think.
Really?
Well,
Maybe
I might,
not a
just
bad idea.
mainly if I'm just facing to the side of it so the force doesn't knock me on my ass.
Alright, what are the bears doing?
Well, they looked up from the stair and saw what has happened. They did a slight see, but they form a growl because someone is smashing stuff again. And then they went back down to investigate the chest a bit more. It was smelling funny.
Yeah, the smell a little funny. When you take a look at the chest, roll.
Be a bear paw investigation.
Yeah, sure. You stick your head in. There is a smell coming from.
It's a good investigation.
Hwinnil, you find a false compartment in the chest.
I take my delicate bear paws and I try to lift up the compartment.
And I will move forward and, open the compartment for them.
Hwinnil, Ramus, there is a large fist shape thing wrapped in cloth, sitting like there. So it's pretty deep in the chest. You're not even sure like how a hole this big is even in the chest. But there is a
Magic.
fist-sized object wrapped in bandages, immersed in a clear greenish liquid.
Okay. I'll pull the thing out, I
Um,
guess.
okay. Um, you
The
s-
bears want to stop him. I put up my paws before he puts his finger into the liquid, if I
okay,
can.
okay. Just as
Actually, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm going to stick my rapier in and see if I can spear it.
The bear starts slowly backing away.
you shish kebab the object. It goes straight through, and you lift it from its containment. It smells very acidic in here, just so you know, Hwinnil.
I mean, I have that lovely green dragon armor, though. I'm resistant to acid.
Yeah, but what?
I hope your weapon is.
Yeah,
Oh right.
Oh,
yeah.
I just found 200 gold pieces of jewelry. I can afford a new non-magical rapier.
It does eat a little bit at the rapier. Also, remember what kind of gloves you are wearing. Because sticking your hand into the. Anyways,
It's true.
you lift it out. It's a you shish kebab. It's about the size of your fist. Not my
Okay.
fist. My fist is way too small, but you know a guy's fist. It's about that size.
Alright. So now I have it shish kebabbed. I kind of want to, like, cut the bandages open and just make sure that it is what I think it is.
Okay. Do you like? You probably have a dagger or something you can.
I have several knives.
Okay, you have several knives. You start to cut away the bandages, which are, partially eaten for being in that liquids for so long, and lo and behold, you have a human, not beating, but you have a human heart shish kebabbed on your rapier.
Brilliant! Let's go burn it.
Well, no, you see
Stick it in
a
one of the
human heart
braziers and
on
get
the
the
end
wood.
of his rapier.
I'm just gonna walk back, dolphin dive under the tapestry, and stick it in one of the braziers in the room with the altar.
Okay, it starts to burn very
Brilliant.
quickly. Very quickly. Very
I will
quickly.
watch it burn until it is ash.
Okay. It takes like 10 minutes for this to happen, but it slowly burns to ash. And at this point, the lair starts to shake violently. And there is a
Ramas, what
vibration
did you do?
coming from your stone, and there's a shout saying, "What the hell is happening?" And this.
We burned the heart!
I shout into the stone, Ramas messed it up again!
Um,
And
pieces of stone start to drop from the ceiling.
I take off
Landing,
running.
landing in front, behind you guys. At this point, I would like everyone stop at the trap room. um,
No, jump into the trap room. It's not a trap anymore.
Alright. And there's pieces of stone starting to fall. As soon as you get to the trap room, you see that the pillars are slowly starting to move. Well, no, when you take a look at the hole you saw with the jammed arrow, it's the shaking of the lair. Looks like it may have shaken the arrow a little bit. Now, and the arrow is starting to slowly
Yeah.
move a little bit. You guys have about 10 seconds to decide what you're gonna fucking do.
I
Ramas
tell
goes
my
60
bear
steps.
companion. Okay, sorry. I want to tell my bear companion to throw itself at the arrow and hold it in place as long as it can.
Okay, all right. the bear understands and goes and awkwardly with its mouth and its bare paws. There's no like engineering check, and bears don't know engineering. But
All he has to do is hold it in
It
place.
is fake creatures. It understands.
Oh,
at
okay.
least.
So it attempts to hold the arrow in place. The
Professor Barrington, no.
the pillars start to move a little slower, but it's it's gonna give you a little more time for it to completely go, to completely start pillaring again. Okay, now what do you guys gotta do? You got
I
maybe.
rush over.
Okay.
I book it.
All right. All right. Let's see. So hold on.
I have to
Bear.
roll maybe.
As they're going, I'm quickly casting Bless,
Okay.
which gives a D4 to saving throws for. I'm going to cast it as a level 2 spell, so it gives it up to 4 creatures. So I'm casting it on myself and the 3 people closest to me.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So you two went. Who's next?
Me.
All right.
One more command just to.
Kevmorn. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I'm bad at those.
Plus
I've got
D4.
9 hit points. Oh yeah, plus okay. Dexterity.
Okay,
So then
roll-
slash roll
Okay.
1d.
Roll the d4. Roll the d4.
12.
Yes. Haha.
All right. So just as you're climbing over the last pillar, it's suddenly, Mr. Professor Barrington. If we're gonna call him Professor Barrington.
I named him. Please.
I don't know if Hwinnil's happy with that name.
Canon.
No, I have actually named it, but the name I've chosen is even worse. It's called the Unbearable Bear.
This episode is gonna be just named Bear Puns. Nothing else, just Bear
Nice.
Puns.
Just call it Bear With It.
Yes.
Oh wait, shit. I want to go up and check if the other team made it out. Like they're still in there or not.
They're not in there anymore.
But you are.
Okay.
But you are not.
All right, all right.
No.
So hold on. Let's.
So as I was on the last one, you said?
Yeah, as you're on the
Yeah.
last one, it shoots up automatically. You take. Okay, that's fine. That's the low end. You only take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you
All right.
tumble out of that. Ramas, you're going back in, right?
Do I tumble onto the other side, like here?
Yeah, you tumble on the other side. Ramas, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Okay.
As I
I'm
tumble
good
onto
at
that
these.
other side, I don't get up.
Oh shit.
Hwinnil takes you.
Yeah,
in
I think I make it.
Okay.
Just put me on the bear.
I take you in my mouth, and then I try to get you up over my shoulder, and then I'm like,
Okay.
Bear carry me.
Your Fey bear is having a little trouble holding the arrow into place now. Ramus, you only take. Hold on. You only take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you come out of that side.
How did they hit me? I rolled a 23.
Half.
Yeah, because-
It's half.
Halved.
Half,
Damn it.
dude. Halved. Okay. Kasov. Florgorin. Who's going next?
Yeah, I'm going next since I'm standing there where I am.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. It's
Nice.
going slowly, but that's it. And Kasov. Kasov
Yes,
is
here I
okay.
go.
It's okay.
This is for all the puns, isn't it? That's what this is.
I actually had a Okay.
Give me a dwarven high five.
I have some percentage dice going down over here as you guys cross. All right, so you guys, the temple is still shaking.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so everyone gets past.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
everybody gets
going-
fast.
I'm gonna do a bear sound, say goodbye, seal, and then like farewell more, not, and then like desummon it.
Okay. You desummon the bear. As soon as he lets go of the arrow, you see these pillars pistoning up and down, at a very fast, much faster pace. It kind of almost like a blur, sort of. You think like if it was going at full speed, it would have hurt a lot more than it just did, to you guys. Um, Kevmorn, you're up back to 7 hit points. You wake up. You're a little bruised. For some reason, your shoulder really hurts. It feels like something just crushed it.
It's not just my feelings that are crushed right now.
You're also lying on the bear, so...
You're on the bear.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the bear.
Oh, yeah, and like,
all
thanks,
right.
Kelstor.
All right, when you guys get to the mine shaft, I need everybody to roll
Don't say Dex.
athletics, just to climb back up.
Okay, that's fine. I'm good at those. I'm good at
Can
those.
bear time, or do I need to...
You can. I think you need to go back into Hwinnil form at this point.
Alright, I go back into Hwinnil form, then
Alright.
we get to the rope.
Kevmorn, you're okay. Ramas, you're okay. Hwinnil, you're okay. It's a rope. Florgorin, you're okay. Kasov, you're fine. Everybody's okay. As you climb up, you see that the pyramid portion is still starting to shake. And as you run out of the lair, everybody is outside a fair distance away from the lair. As you run to them, the pyramid collapses in on itself, and when the dust settles, all there is left is a pile of broken stone. Everybody is just watching as you guys, run hell like bats out of hell. Lek is there, Ixen's there, looking a little worse for wear. One hand is also there, kind of like hands over her mouth, just staring, but then looks very relieved as Ramas, you come running out as well.
I give her a cheeky wave.
There is a loud cheer among the other folks that are witnessing this, and as you guys come, out, there are a couple clerics of Pelor who offer to administer healing if you need it. And a lot of people like patting you on the back, congratulating you. If only they knew what actually happened.
Are you feeling good, Ramas? Are you feeling good?
Yeah!
I'm just like, glare at Ramus, like holding one shoulder with my, literally just chainmail embedded in my arm, I can imagine. Just like...
That's not my fault. That is your own fault for not being sneaky and fast like me.
Are we getting complete healed up, or do they just offer a small amount of healing?
They'll heal you all up. They'll dump their spells to get you back, guys, up to full. So you guys are back to full. You don't, you still need to rest. I mean, the healing's great, but you guys are really tired at this point. Some of you have been electrocuted. Some of you have been smashed. Some of you, hold on.
It's quite a shocking experience.
Oh, boy.
Nice job. Nice. Just another
Nice.
day on the job. Okay. You notice that Team 1 is hanging back. They're a little rough themselves. It looks like they just came out of one of the nearby houses after being patched up by the clerics that surround the room. And yeah, yay! You destroyed a mummy lord. Kind of, your fault. All your fault. I didn't give you guys XP from last time too. So let me just do that at the end.
I think we did half the job on the mummy lord after all the
As we
real
did.
killing blow. So
I totally agree with Azura. Yeah.
I like to think that maybe
Absolutely.
maybe not physical, but in like moral support. So
Like,
we gave
we-
hope to them
We
so that they could do the finishing.
contributed meaningfully to its
Yeah.
death,
Yeah, we did actually.
which I think is the criteria for
I mean,
sharing
technically,
XP
we
with
prevented
other-
it from coming back, so we did kill it ourselves.
Uh-huh.
And if you look from the trash that
Uh-huh.
was in the room, they would have died from the boiling sand if we hadn't helped. So he
It's
also
true.
helped in the fight at the physical level.
So
Yeah.
we should get double
We
the XP because we
contributed
technically
meaningful
killed it
aid
twice.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
Tell her,
Technically, we
tell her.
killed it twice.
I
The first time when we helped, and the second time killing the heart because it didn't respawn or get rebirthed. So that's twice as much XP.
I am taking.
And
So how much just XP should I take off for all the bear puns?
I
None of it.
think you should
Five?
add that as a multiplier. We made like
Point
10 bear
number.
puns, so you should multiply by 10.
I need to. So okay, so you killed that. You killed that. You killed that. You did that. And where is this one? Right there. And you killed that. Okay. I'm glad I bookmarked everything. Alright, so I need a calculator. There are 5 of you. Give me that. Alright, there we go. So it's and that's and then you found that. Luckily you had bears. 8, 1, 6, add 5 by 5. Oh boy, this is gonna. I think you guys will be happy with this.
Before you announce the number, I have a question.
Okay.
I wasn't here last week. Does that? I don't want to steal experience away from people. who were here.
I'll knock a few off. I'll knock a few off for you.
Cool.
But do the rest of us get them?
How
though?
much
Yeah.
would I be on the same amount of XP as everyone else currently now for my level? Because I don't know how much XP I would start on.
You would start at level 4. So whatever XP you need to get to level 4, that's how much you would
Alright.
start with. So 3, carry the 3, 6. Okay. So if you are
Get to-
here for both sessions, you get 1,360 experience. If you weren't here for the last session, I'm gonna give you 1,100 even.
Cool.
I think some of you are now level 5 at this point who haven't been level 5. You're still short. Are you still short, Florgorin?
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
1,360, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
For both sessions.
Cameron, if you're filling the fields right now, you need 6,500 XP for level 5.
Yeah. So, what was the question? I'm sorry. What did you
I
just say?
didn't have a question. I just said to Cameron that he needs 6,500 points for level 5.
Oh, okay.
That he
Okay.
can fill the field in his chart sheet
What's
or
the
something.
number for level 6? I just want to update my sheet.
Oh, okay. Level 6.
How much is that? 6,000?
14,000.
14.
Congrats, Andy! Woo!
Yeah, congrats. Welcome to
Florgorin.
level 5.
Was it?
Yay.
Alright. And I'm gonna try to keep you guys within a level of each other. I don't like dealing with parties 2 levels within each other. It just makes it kind of messy for
I know, that's fair.
all of us. So once one of you hits, level 6, I might bump some of you up because I
I
really
don't need levels. I got style.
I think it's kind of long time until someone hits level 6, to be
Yeah.
honest. So
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
should be able to hit level 5 before that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys got out. Everybody at this point is celebrating. Ixen lets everybody know that once he is 1360.
360. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry. That
Okay.
was what I thought. Actually, I for some reason
Okay.
typo.
Once you guys, rest up. Once Ixon's rested up, he is going to return people that he dropped off in Nortec just in case to come back via his magical house. A few people are starting to, clean up the initial pyramid site. There's still broken stone everywhere, so they're getting a couple of people to move that stone, maybe to use in other projects in the area eventually, if there's still large chunks. Did anybody want to
So-
do anything particular?
A question, please. So the pyramid didn't vanish. It just imploded,
It
as
just
to say.
it just imploded on itself.
Okay, thank you.
So we can go Indiana Jones in like a year or so and explore it more.
Yeah, if you want to move some earth, explore it some more, Ramus, when you hug one hand, you see that she has her left arm is in a sling at this point. She looks really beaten up, but she looks at you and she says, "Well, that was a hell of a job, wasn't it?"
That was a thing.
That was a thing. I was doing some thinking while you were down there, and I'd like to speak to you privately if I could.
Sure.
She motions to one of the houses at the edge of town. It's like, I was doing a lot of thinking. So just come with me. We'll have a drink. You could probably rejoin your friends later for the celebrations. But there's an issue I want to talk to you about. So you see Ramus head over to one of the houses with one of his former employer. Any of you guys want to do anything while you are out and about?
Not really. I'm just looking around to see if anybody needs help with anything.
All right. There's a lot of stone. They could always use some help moving some of the stone off. Just
Yeah, things like that.
okay.
Yep.
There are a couple injured from the initial mummy attacks that were taking place while you guys were in there. There are people who are helping out with stonework. Some of the more laborer layfolk are starting to go prepare meals for all the volunteers. So you can go help out with any of those tasks. Any of you could if you want. Kevmorn, Commander Abel walks up to you, gives you a hard clap on the shoulder, smiling, saying, good job out there, son. I'm planning to, well, we are, our little battalion is going to be heading out in the morning, but for now, just get some rest. You've earned it. Have a good meal. Have a long rest, and I'll see you in the morning. I'm gonna help anybody who is still injured. There's a couple scrapes, a couple sprains that need attending to. I'm okay myself. I only took a couple hits to the head when you did you see the exquisite, and he says sarcastically, pillar room before the lair?
I can't say I was affected by that in any particular way myself.
Okay. Yeah, it was
expertly dodged. No problems for me. But you said you got hurt?
I got hit a few times before the thief was able to jam it. If you want to roll in
I'm still holding my shoulder like.
Do we need to make an insight check? We really saw him getting smashed.
In the distance, you hear treasure hunter. You two hear treasure hunter, not thief. In the distance,
We don't steal from random people. We steal from dead people.
Makes it so much better.
But, you know, Commander Abel gives you a knowing look, but doesn't say anything.
Only my pride was hurt in that room.
Right.
But, you know, get some rest. The volunteers will be coming around with food very soon, and maybe some ale. Though I don't, you know, you know me, I don't partake in drinking too much. So while Ramus, while you're being led into the house, there is a table already set up. There is some tea that looks like has been brewed, and she, you know, one hand gestures you to sit across from her in on one of the wooden chairs. The room is pretty sparse. It looks like it's just been used for people to rest in. And one hand says, "So, I guess you could say I had a um, near-death encounter while I was in there, and you know, it got me thinking. You know, you and I, we're about the same age. You know, I'm human, you're half elf. You will probably outlive me if, by natural means, if nothing happens to us during that time. And apparently, you know, I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't ask the kooky cleric, Lek, myself. But I do believe that your group or you are headed to places that I won't be able to go to. I mean, I might die before you reach wherever you're going. Um, Probably because of my age and because, you know, as you know, humans age a lot quickly than you do. Oh, your kind
Really?
does. Yeah, half elves live, well, to out of character knowledge, half elves live a
Yeah,
hundred.
no, I know how
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
character.
yeah. Really, she says. Really, I'm, I mean, I'm 45, going on 30, but you wouldn't know that unless I told anybody. Don't tell anybody how old I am. So it's come to my attention that I have a little project I've been working on for a really long time that I didn't think any of you guys, you know, any of you guys under me needed to know about. And I'm afraid, because of my own physical limitations, that I won't be able to complete the task um, that I have given myself. And I was wondering, I'll tell you about it, and if you'd like to continue on the task I set for myself, maybe you can complete my um, personal quests in the future, literally in the future. So, how much do you know about an entity called the Silver Breeze? You can roll history if you want, Ramus.
I will probably fail whatever history thing I do.
Okay. You could roll a 20. Okay.
A 20 for me is a 16.
Okay.
Oh, you
That still would have worked, but
-4.
not much. Like you've heard there was a person called the Silver Breeze, but you didn't know too much about him. Other than he was a thief, that's all you know about.
Okay. That's what I'll tell her.
All
He's a
right.
thief.
He is a thief. He is perhaps one of the greatest thieves of our time. He was able to disarm any trap, disarm any ward with great ease, and was able to steal just about anything. And my mom would tell me stories about this person and the great adventures they went on. And you know, for a long time, I thought she was just telling me tales, so I wouldn't be so downtrodden on the life that was given to me. And you know a little bit about One Hand's life. She had a rough childhood, very similar to
Don't we
yours.
all?
Yeah. Except she was located in Dorenithil, where they do actually keep non-Fae as slaves.
Oh, that's fun.
You have seen her brand on her shoulder at one point or another. Dorenithil gives, Dorenithil brands their slaves as opposed to Robur, who puts the tattoos on their faces. And she says, well, after I escaped, I did some researching in any way I could, and I found out that this entity, this person, was a real person. And it was up until I joined the treasure hunters myself that I realized the treasure hunters could give me the resources to find out more about this entity and this person. And I realized that this person, this infamous thief, was probably able to get around the way he or she did by things they used. Particularly, it was in eyewitness accounts say that he had a set of tools and a set of armor, and I was very interested in finding that. However, I've been researching for past 15 years, and I haven't been able to get much. And I'm afraid that I'm going to spend the rest of my life, doing this research and not ever getting one step closer to what this person had. And I can't live with myself knowing that I perhaps wasted my time not getting closer to this person. If what the cleric says is true, that you are going into the future, and she told me around how much time you're going, I may not be around anymore. I'll probably be in my either I'll have died of natural causes or on a job. You know how dangerous our life can be.
Yeah.
So what I'd like you to do is, if you indeed are there in the future, I would like you to try to find these items. They could be worth a lot. You could use them. You could sell them. I just can't live with myself knowing that I never was able to obtain them, and it would be nice to have somebody I genuinely care about to actually go after them and maybe actually hold them in his hands and know that they weren't just tall tales given to a little girl who had no hope, that they were actually real. And at that point, she takes out a very small, she takes out a folder of papers, and she says to you, this is what I have found so far. Um, in these papers contains the code to a safe, which I put all my research in. I carry them with me. I make copies for this safe as well. Um, when you get to the future, they will probably still be there. This is treasure hunter property, and I don't think they're gonna go. I mean, I don't think they're gonna go away anytime soon.
No.
Yeah.
How
So
could they?
I don't think they will. Not in the span of where you're going. Um, I'll put everything I know in there. But this is just a little bit of what I have already. And Ramus, I'm about to give you a handout, so
Okay.
look for that. Um, edit, and this will now be in and you can edit it as much as you wish, and stuff will be edited eventually, if you get where you need to go. All right, so there you go. You should have a handout.
Okay.
Um, and she says, what do you think? I mean, I know I'm being a little sappy and I'm not normally like this, but I had, after Mr. mummy underground nearly killed me, I, life flashing before my eyes, as cliche as that sounds, I realized that I didn't have anybody else I could or I would like to give this information to. Um, she says, you're really the only one that's really been, as you are, actually.
Boss. Hush. Hush. You don't need to explain to me. This is the best adventure you could have given me. Ever. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. But, you know, how do you feel about going after something that could possibly exist and could make you one of the best thieves of all time? Or treasure hunters, if our organization has anything to say about the word thief.
I would be happy to do it.
All right. Well, this is what I have so far. It's not much. I might have more in 36 years, but it will
One
be
would hope.
yeah. But it'll be there waiting for you when you need it. Um, if I don't see you again, know that I actually do care for you a lot. You are very close to me. Even though you are a hireling, I exactly.
Wow.
Even though you're hireling, and you notice that when she talks to you, she gives you a compliment, but it's kind of like a backhanded compliment. But she puts her arm around your shoulders and she says, "But you are closer than any blood relative I could have, and I just want to make sure that, in my own way, to know that you might be set for the future, literally. So,
I'll be set, boss.
all right."
How could I not be? I am the best treasure hunter after all.
You know what? With your luck, you could be. Um, I'm gonna. And you see her rubbing her eyes, and it's just like, geez, allergies. Oh man. Yeah. um, sorry, I'm getting a little congested. Must have been all that dust in that pyramid. Um, I better go take a nap or something. You
Okay.
you be careful. All right.
Always.
All right. And you see her, her at this point, you see her shoulders slump down a little. Um, the front she was putting up for you, it looks like that arm that's in the sling. It's bothering her a little more than at first glance, and she looks back at you momentarily before she walks into the other room and shuts the door.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
Yep.
I'll leave,
Okay.
I guess, and before I get back to the rest of them, I'll stash the papers in my bag of holding.
Okay. Sounds good. Hwinnil, Wildbeak and Grim and Griff looking okay. There's a couple scruffs on them. Looks like they may have participated in a little scuffle themselves, but more or less they look fine. They mentioned to you, or when you eventually speak with them, that they were helping carrying off injured to safe locations. Grim himself also taking you know you see there is a souvenir that Grim has. There's a bandaged arm sticking out of his mouth that he's been casually playing with. Kind of, you know, if you know, if wolves kept trophies, this is like something he seemed really happy about. Um, you know, they're, you know, Grim in particular is wagging his tail very enthusiastically as he, you know, nearly pushes you over, hopping on you, you know, his paws easily reaching your shoulders and licking your face after, you know, spitting out the arm.
Mm.
You know, mixed with the like the potential mummy rot, his breath does not smell good at all. You're used to dog breath. You're definitely used
Yeah.
to dog breath, but this is like if like something dead had crawled into his mouth and just started to rot. Not a good smell, but you know, he's very happy that you're back.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm like playfully pushing him away and like say, "Oh, you smell terrible," but it's still being like playful to him.
um,
And to the hippogriff as well.
yeah, they're happy in their own way. You know, not having
Yeah.
souvenirs themselves, but you know, they're just genuinely relieved that you're back. Um, was there anything you wanted to do?
Yes, actually, I want to find. I would say some cleric or anything like that. I want to see if any of the things I brought from the crypt is cursed or not.
Okay. You actually find a
I want
cleric.
to get in on that too.
Okay. So you two, you know, eventually find a couple clerics that haven't, you know, expended all their spell slots. I mean, they were put on um, undead duty rather than healing duty, and you bring back the mask and the
I have, let's see, 60 coins,
okay,
a greater healing potion, a scroll of invisibility, a golden mask.
okay.
I will probably try to find Kevmorn and say that I'm doing this if he wants to
Okay,
follow.
you find Kevmorn playing chess with himself. Often one of the smaller houses, where a couple people are just chatting, talking, making food. But yeah, he's off in the corner playing chess by himself.
Well, I approach him and I say like, "Hey, Kevmorn,
Ah, hello.
I was going to check the things we found in the crypt if they're cursed, and you took a Jade dagger, right?
Yes, I still have that.
You wanna come
That's
along?"
probably a good idea. So I get up and follow him.
Okay.
Just as I'm about to leave the house, I turn around to the empty spot and just go, "Don't you move. We're going to finish this game." Then I just turn back, just seeing his Hizzel's reaction.
Is there someone invisible there? We've not seen too many magic stuff lately. So she's like, "Is there someone invisible sitting there?"
In spirit, yes.
Oh,
I will not ask more.
Okay. You eventually find a cleric, and
Didn't even have to roll deception.
She's not even going to like question it. So you eventually find a cleric and a young woman dressed in the plate armor of Pelor, red hair, and she's like, oh yeah, you're the second team that went into the crypt. Of course I can look at these items, no problem at all. She takes a minute, and you put the items in front of her, and she closes her eyes, clutching her symbol of Pelor, and there's an eyebrow that raises as she does this, and she says, "Well, it's a very good thing you brought these to me, because they are cursed. If you had carried them with you long enough, y- things would have happened, I believe. But I still have a couple. I still have a couple spells. I think I can remove a couple of these items. It might take another day because you have quite a few items here. I can remove curse from 2 items currently. Is there anything in particular that you wanted me to do before the others?
I'll pull out the mask
Okay.
Yeah,
from
the
the
mask.
woman mummy and put that down in front of him.
All right.
Do you
So
also have a mask? Or did you? I took the golden mask.
one of you took the mask.
Alright.
There was only one
Yeah,
mask.
no, never mind.
All right. She puts her hand on the mask, and it takes, about 10 seconds, but there is a bright yellow glow that emanates from her fingers. And as soon as she finishes, it looks like the mask is a little brighter than before. Um, but and then she's like, okay, the mask, and was there one other item in particular? Or I can probably do like a bunch of smaller items at the same time.
I can dump out all the jewelry that I pulled out of the chest.
All right,
I don't know
these
if it's cursed or not.
Give her the jade dagger as well.
everything you have given to me currently appears to suffer the same um, ailment as as the mask. So, if you give me a few days, I can definitely remove all these
Ramas.
items. Um, it shouldn't take long. Um,
I would say maybe prioritize the dagger then.
okay.
I would say.
I'm personally blaming Ramas. Because items. He said let's take the items. Just saying.
I mean, we haven't been cursed yet. God.
That's a good point. I don't blame Ramas just yet.
Okay. She does the same thing to the jade dagger, and she hands it back to you guys. Just so you know, the mask and the jade dagger, I don't think I ever told you how much they were worth.
No.
No.
If you find possibly a good fence, and Rams probably could help with that. Easily, this mask, especially as a collector's item, because it's so now it's so pristine and it's in very good condition. It's possibly worth upwards or more of 900 gold pieces itself. The jade dagger, because of the intricate runes attached, decorative runes, easily 500 or more depending on the buyer. So it's a pretty good haul for you guys, especially considering what had happened. But yeah, that's about the jewelry's about 200. Was there anything else? I know you had a few gold coins as well that are of a different land, technically. Those could be possibly they're about the same size and weight as the gold coins that are currently in this world in this continent. So you're roughly looking at a 1-to-1 with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have to come back later for the other items.
Okay. Florgorin, you are just get looking around town. There's not too many people. Like a lot of people are volunteering, and especially the people who did not go into the lair. There's a fair amount of more or less low level laborers that are just helping in small ways. But you do find, places where that you could be helpful. There are a few people who have contracted, and Kasov, you could do this too. There are people who have contracted mummy rot. So any help to remove curse or to help with the disease or to help slow the disease is more than welcome to anybody who is suffering the affliction. A lot of it has been cleared. The majority of the clerics there have used the remove curse spells to remove the mummy rot, but there's necrosis on a couple of people that you guys could help with, and there might be some limbs that might have to be amputated, fingers, toes, the occasional ear for some reason, that have to go, and you guys can easily assist with that prospect. Um, was there anything in particular besides looking who needed any help that you guys wanted to do?
No, I think just helping people when they're
Just happy
sleeping.
Just help
with
them
helping
out.
people. Mm-hmm.
Basically, getting an overall idea how the city in general is faring right now, because of this huge damn pile of now stone and rock.
Okay. The city is all right in general. I mean, there are a couple places where around the vicinity of the pyramid that caught on fire because, again, fire was the best means to get rid of these mummies. So you hear stories like, while mummies were running, shuffling past certain structures, they also caught a blaze. So there are a couple scorch marks on some of the houses as well, but nothing too bad. It looks like once people are able to return, the majority of them, they won't be homeless. They'll be okay. Some operations have been, will be stifled a bit. Um, it was around the time where people were it's still summertime for this region, so some crops have been a little overgrown and not picked. Those vegetables will just be used for seedling for the new seeds, things like that. Just daily chores that people usually do, just you know it's gonna affect the town a little bit, but everybody more or less should be okay. Um, Kevmorn, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
When did you want to go to sleep?
Never. No, never. Not with that. Nope. Mm-mm. I'm never
You're
party
gonna
all night. I'll suffer the point of exhaustion. It's too active in the day.
No, it's
okay.
not.
Probably. I don't know. When everyone else starts retiring, I guess.
All
Well,
right.
that's.
We'll get to that. I'll get to you in a second. The rest of you, there's some celebration. There is, there's a lot of patching up. For the most part, everybody's okay. So when you all start to go and retire for the night, and you haven't seen much of Ixen or Lek, or Commander Abel at this point. They're off attending their own wounds as well as the wounds of others. Lek really took a couple hard hits, so she's they're Ixen is making her rest. At some point during the day, you have heard her shouting that she was fine, that you don't have to treat an old lady this way. There was an explosion, a very small contained explosion, and the sight of a tiefling literally dragging Commander Abel and Ixen literally dragging Lek back into her house to force her to go to sleep. Um, Kevmorn, when you go to sleep, you are it's an unrestful sleep for this reason. As you finally, fall into a very deep sleep, when you think you open your eyes, the room that you had slept in looks like is engulfed in fire. There is a shadowy entity about 15 feet away from you, with glowing white eyes, and it just, seemingly cocks his or her head, their head to the side, and says, "Oh, Kevmorn. Oh, why are you still looking for me? Are you still trying to find what destroyed your very sweet person that you held dear. I mean, what good is a protector if that person can't even protect what is most precious to him? And it just kind of looks at you. How bad do you want to find me?
There is not a barrier I could cross. Oh, that could stop me from this quest. When I took up the sword of vengeance, I'm not putting it down, even after I kill you.
That is exactly what I want to hear. I want your soul and your heart so filled with these feelings that when I finally strike you down, that it will be the sweetest of nectar. Do you want to know how you can find me? Because I will definitely be waiting for you. And when you finally are here, I will rip out your still beating heart and drink in that same look that she had. And it will be so sweet. And I am just waiting for you to be ripe enough to be plucked. So do you want to find me? Do you want to know how to find me?
Tell me.
Follow those that you were allied with. They will lead you to me. Follow where they go, and you will find me. And believe me, I will rejoice when you finally appear before me. And at that moment, the fire that was burning around you form into claws. And these claws start wrapping around your form. And as they rake down your body, there is an immense pain, an immense burning that accompanies it. And as you scream, your eyes fly open and you are drenched in a cold sweat. But as your eyes focus, you realize that you're in the same room that you were resting in, and Commander Abel is clutching your shoulders, shaking you, trying to wake you up. And when your eyes fly wildly open, he is there and he says, Kevmorn, Kevmorn, wake up! Wake up! Are you all right? You were screaming in your sleep. I was trying to shake you awake, but nothing seemed to be working. I was. Are you all right?
Not a normal nightmare. More of a vision.
I see. Um, do you need anything from me? Is there anything I can do for you?
You've done enough. I think my path lies on a different direction now.
All right. He looks a little confused, and he says, "Well, what do you mean by that?"
You know the oath I took.
I do.
It's vastly different from most other paladins. Now to follow that oath, I have to follow some different people.
Kevmorn, you know, I have warned you that the path you are taking is a very dangerous one. Often, many aren't strong enough to climb out of the possible darkness that it could lead you to. I have watched you for a while, and you know, I worry for you that this will consume you, and you know, I don't want to see that. Are you sure that you need to? Are you sure that you need to do this? I know what your answer is going to be, but as a friend, not as a commander, as a friend, I genuinely worry for your soul.
I trust my God. And if he didn't want me to do this, he wouldn't give me the powers that I have.
So, where will you go?
Not sure yet. But wherever the people I accompanied into that pyramid go, that's where I have to follow them.
Okay. Well, I respect that. I respect the fact that you had been, you know, at the outpost as long as you were. I know you were getting a little restless without any guidance for a while, but I guess now that you have it, um, come here. And he goes to a chest and he takes out a long sword, and he says, "When I first joined the Order of the Platinum Covenant, I wasn't sure where that would lead me. Um, I knew that Bahamut had spoken to me, that I had to carry out his will, and I, I, at the point where I was a young one, I didn't have a direction, and part of me was very glad to have a direction finally. So when I first, yeah, you know I don't have any children. You know I do not have any sons, and those under my command are very dear and close to my heart. And you know, they come and go, and I mourn their passing if they passed by the sword, or if they even pass by more mundane means, disease, or anything like that. So I would like you to take this. He takes out a longsword. For all intents and purposes, this is a longsword +1. I used it when I first joined the order. I've upgraded since then, pointing to the giant great sword that is, you know, leaning against his wall. But, you know, this served me well on my journeys. And, you know, I would hate to think of you without knowing that you had some kind of protection. So I gift this to you, and I hope it serves you well as it served me.
So I just take it and I'm like, thank you.
You
Give him
notice
like a. Oh, go on.
you notice at the on the hilt it's a beautifully carved piece of work. The hilt is gold. There is one gem embedded in it. It is a green gem, and when you look at it, it looks like there is fire being continually um, flickering in this gem. And he says, well, then what did you want to say?
I was just gonna say like I do the like one arm clasp half hug to him.
Okay. You, Kevmorn, I know that your path brings you to, it may lead you into darkness, but you know, the light will always be there for you. And I would, knowing the way you are, I could say please be careful. But I feel as if those words will be lost upon you. But I really do mean, please be careful. There is darkness all around us, and I see that the flame in you burns. And use that flame to guide you. Use that flame not to burn your soul, but to be a light for which you can reach forward to. To be that beacon in the darkness for when you need it. I know that we do not worship the same entity, but, you know, fire, the thing we both are very, very familiar with, can do harm, but can do good. And we both use that fire in different ways. Mine to worship the platinum dragon, you to light your way and hopefully guide you to where you need to go. So use that fire within you and always use it, or always try to use it for good.
I will.
All right. If you're not going to go to sleep, you know, do you feel like going back to sleep?
Not after that, no.
Okay. Then there's some morning preparations, or you can there's some dummies outside if you want to get a feel for your new weapon. I have to go attend to the crazy cleric. She refused to stay in bed. I think we're gonna have to bind her at some point. If you need anything, let me know, and you know, when you and your new friends leave, just come see me one last time. 'Cause I don't know whether, you know, with the war going on, I don't know whether I'll ever see you again. But we'll definitely see each other in the afterlife, that's for sure. Hopefully. But I have to attend to the crazy cleric. You do what you need to do.
Alright.
And he walks out of the house. There's another small explosion outside. Very contained. There is a shriek of, just because I am 70 doesn't mean you can put me in this bed forever. And then it hushes up. Since Kasov, I think, has dropped, I think this is a good day to end. So I will see you guys. It looks like May 7th is going to be the next day that we are playing. Is anybody here not able to make that day ahead of time, or should we be good majority-wise?
I should be good.
Should be good.
Should be good.
All right.
Good series.
All right, this is going back with our schedule.
Yeah, there's a chance I can't come, but I will try.
Okay, cool.
I have an event. I can probably do it for 4 hours.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And I'll ask Andy if he's going to be able to come too. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I'll be sending out bits of information every so often. Kevmorn, Cameron, I need to know a little bit about your backstory. So I'll be emailing you, Florgorin. I'll also Toby. I'll be emailing you about the a couple magical items.
Thank you.
Yep. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Now I have to go prepare for another game in 5 hours.
Enjoy.
Have fun at PAX.
I will have fun at PAX. Now I
Yeah.
can finally rest and take pictures instead of staying at the D&D booth all day. All right.
Yay.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
See ya.
game, guys. See
Yep.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.